At number 2 is Alabama, my number 1 O-line in the country, my number 2 D-line in the country next year. Really, a lot of it because of 2 players, in LT Overton and Tim Keenan, the third. Both those guys could have been entering the 2025 NFL draft, but they decided to return Tuscaloosa for another year. Overton really had a breakout year after transferring in from Texas A&M. Kind of a disappointing couple years at A&M.
Heard that a lot.
After being a former 5-star recruit, he ended his junior year as one of the 15 most valuable edge rushers in the country last year, according to our wins above average metric. He's my number 6 edge rusher in college football. Tim Keenan III, my number 3 D tackle in the country. He was 3rd among all Power 4 D tackles with a 90.1 run defense grade last year. And the only 2 that were ahead of him were Mason Graham and Walter Nolan. Those 2 were top 20 picks in the 2025 NFL draft. They also brought back 3 players who played 300 snaps for them on the defensive line last year: an edge defender, Marion Latham, edge defender, Quad Rusaw, and interior defensive lineman, James Smith. All 3 of them earned at least a 65 PFF grade last year. I do want to shout out to Keon Keeley, was I believe the number 2 overall recruit coming out of high school. Has not really played that much in his first couple years at Alabama, but was a very highly touted recruit coming out of high school. He might factor in a little bit more this year as well. But really the reason why Alabama's number 2 on this list is because you have 2 guys who are superstars in LT Overton and Tim Keenan III.
Yeah, I think what stands out to me with Alabama's defensive line, especially with Overton and Keenan, and then even some of those other complimentary guys you mentioned, good luck running on this team. This is maybe the best run-stopping defensive line in college football. I mean, I know we've got another one ahead of them that's pretty darn good too, but Alabama, when you just look at trying to run between the tackles, you're not going to get many teams, even in the SEC, they're going to be able to do it. I think that the big question for me is Overton's going to improve, I think, as a pass rusher. Who's that second guy? Q Robinson was like that a little bit last year in a part-time role. He was the guy who had the big 90 pass rush grade, but somebody else has to step up to me, whether it's inside or outside, as a second legitimate pass rusher. But I think that's what gets them this high on the list is obviously they have a boatload of talent. They're Alabama. They're always recruiting well, but what they can do in run defense, they are lights. They don't need any safety help or anything like that. And then you got Deontay Lawson, Nikhai Hill-Green, guys like that behind him at linebacker. This Alabama run defense has a chance to be the best in the country.
This could be dominant next year, Alabama. And they have a number 2 D-line in the country, a lot of it because of LT Overton and Tim Keenan III coming back next year, who could be very high picks in the NFL draft, in my opinion, next year. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.